welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Lucy Lugraft, a freelance journalist, blogger and podcaster, and a former Londoner, now based in Brighton. It's season 4 of What She Said. I can't believe it. I think I missed my 2-year anniversary, but hey ho, that was in May sometime. I'm so excited to be back and to be overusing the word super once more. So what's been going on? What's to come? What can you expect from season 4? I'm sure these are all questions that you would like answered. I've had a almost 5-month hiatus this time around, and it's been nice. I've had the time to strategize, think about what worked and what didn't work in last season of the podcast, and work on other projects as well as growing another baby. So I'm in the process of growing another baby at the moment. I'm 5 months pregnant? Hang on, no. I'm about 4.5 months pregnant, I think. So if you follow me online already, you'll know one of my big goals this year was to ensure that my podcast was diverse. I also wanted to make it a more sustainable endeavour, so I decided to start funding it through Patreon, which is much harder than it may initially seem, but it can be done, and I've got a guest coming on to talk about how they make the bulk of their income via Patreon in the season, so watch out for that. There will be the usual honest blogging chat with inspiring women, as well as solo episodes punctuating them, where I'll chat for 15 to 20 minutes about different topics pertaining to blogging, creativity and life online, everything that you would expect from What She Said. If you have any requests for things you'd like me to cover, please just get in touch via email or Instagram or wherever. The What She Said Facebook community, which I closed down while on hiatus, is back once more. That's something I couldn't be happier about because, well, I don't know, it's just the best. It's such a supportive community. Typically, my Patreon and Facebook community are the ones who have the most input into the show. They get kind of the sneak peeks, and they're the ones who are able to direct the way that the show's going. So it's if you want to be in a supportive community and you really want to I don't know, just immerse yourself in What She Said, then the Facebook group is the best place for it. And the other new things I've introduced for this season are pay what you can sponsorship slots for indie businesses. So there won't be a sponsor every episode, but when there is, it will be very clearly marked as such, and I hope you'll love the businesses that I'm supporting as much as I do. If you feel that your business would be a good fit for What She Said and you would like to pay anything from £1 to the face value of sponsorship, which is £150, then just get in touch. I can't guarantee that you'll get a slot because it's really important to me that it's a really good fit and it matches all of my values. Which is why I reached out to specific businesses that I knew I wanted to work with first. I didn't put a call out. But if you feel that you would be a good fit, then please just get in touch. The other new things I've introduced are a review of the week. So obviously this is to encourage more reviews and the reason why I want to explain the reason why it's really important that you review your favourite podcast, not just mine, but anyone's. When you review a podcast, even if you just rate it using the star functions, but if you leave a nice written review, it means that Apple knows the podcast is being listened to, and it then plugs it into their algorithm and looks at all the different podcasts that the person who reviewed it listened to, and it sort of kicks out the recommended podcasts when you look at a specific podcast. So for example, if you looked at maybe another podcast within the business and careers sector, which I'm in, then I will come up because I'm also in that sector, but mostly because of all the reviews that I have, all the positive reviews that I have. And the more it gets out to people, the more people listen, and the more I can create for you, because it's very hard to sustain a year-round podcast at the quality that I like to keep it at without spending quite a lot of money. So that's why people everywhere ask for reviews. Lastly, I'll be sharing my favourite blog of the week every single week. This might be a blog within my industry, it might be a new blog, it might be a really, really old favourite, it might be a specific blog post that I'm into. Always feel free to suggest blogs that you're interested in. I don't want to hear lots and lots of people suggesting their own blog, because I want it to be something that I've stumbled across, that I've read, that I love. I've already got quite a few in mind. But if you've read a particular piece that you think I'd be really interested in and just desperately want it to be reached by a wider audience, then please get in touch. There's obviously no guarantee. If I hate it, then I'm not going to talk about it. But that's what the blog of the week will be. And I really want that to be somewhere that means that blogs that aren't necessarily getting reached by a mainstream audience will be able to. I think that's all for season 4. You can expect the first episode next Monday. Monday will remain the What She Said podcast episode day. And if you want to stay up to date with everything, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter or Facebook. Just type in Lucy Lou Craft. You can obviously find my blog, www.lucyloucraft.com. And the Facebook community is What She Said podcast. And you just have to go to the show notes or go to my blog and you will find all of the links for everything that I've talked about in this episode and every episode, and also the back catalogue. I think that's it. That's a lot of information. It's really weird getting back into podcasting again, but yes, see you next week.